Hi all, how's it going? So this is Taufan from TADA. We are not the ride-hailing app. We are actually a retention platform helping business to double their profit per customer. If you want to see our website, it's in www.usetada.com, usetada.com. So in this webinar, I'm going to talk about how you can improve your cash flow and lock in customer with subscription program. This is my thesis. I'm happy if I can be wrong, but what we see is economic recession is coming up. COVID only accelerate the whole thing. Why? Because on average, recession comes about every 5.9 years, and the last time we had recession was in 2008. So that means now we have about 10 years that we haven't had any recession, and that's like double the sigma. And my thesis is that after this COVID, things is not gonna get a lot brighter. I'm happy to be wrong, but this is what we are facing in the near future, I think. Now, the problem with that is small businesses hold on average 27 cash buffer, meaning that for all of us here, including us, SME, we need to have more than 27 cash buffer. I mean, you can see how the lockdown is happening, how it is affecting your cash flow. People behavior will change during the crisis. First of all, brands will try to preserve money. They will stop opening new outlets. They will stop spending marketing budget, and we have to come up with creative marketing. So the example that I have here is actually in Europe and in the US. We're also launching this initiative in Indonesia. A lot of restaurants, they are issuing their own dining bonds. Now, as an end customer, they will try to save money as much as possible. They will nickel and dime everything. And if you guys have loyalty points or something like that, that now becomes very, very valuable to the customer. This is a study from Bain. So what this study is saying is, the study is conducted after the 2008 economic crisis. What should we as businesses do during the crisis? And what we can see here is, during this time, this is the best time for you to invest in customer loyalty. And the best way to acquire new customer is actually by asking them to refer their friends. This is the number one foundation for growth if you need to acquire a new customer. If you can be a leader during this time, you will have a distinct advantage among other businesses in your network. Now, during this time of crisis, what important are, you need to lock in your customer, how you can create your customer for life. You need to be able to get payment upfront, receiving recurring revenue, and you need to engage and retain your customer better. Also, not to forget that the cheapest, most reliable customer acquisition is referral from existing customer. The question is, so how can we help you? So we are an end-to-end customer retention platform. We are truly omni-channel. So if you have a website, you have offline presence, you are a brick and mortar, we can work together with you. What we do is we help brands to capture their customer information from in-store, website, or even social media. If you're a restaurant, F&B, and so on, we have a lot of clients in F&B. We help you to capture data in-store. From there is the promotion engine that you can run with our system. You can do subscription marketing, rewards, focussy, referral. We just mentioned that before, loyalty, gift card, coupons, and so on. And then later on, I'll show you our customer data platform. But over there, you can see the customer scoring, experience survey, purchase analysis, subscription metrics, and so on. And from all of this, once you have this, you can reach out to your customer via email, SMS, push notification, web, or app. We're developing WhatsApp now, so you can also do push notifications via WhatsApp. These are the brands that we work with. So it varies. We have F&B, food and beverage. We have beauty clinics. We have fashion. We have grocery store, and so on and so on. So what do they have in common? before TADA, they have all these different software helping them with different things, which results in a lot of customer database. And this is a headache for a lot of brands because you will need to merge the database, you will need to analyze from different database and so on and so on. And why they adopt us is basically after TADA, they can say goodbye to multiple systems. Everything is in one platform, one customer database, and the brand is using it. What happened is a lot of our clients, they save a lot of money because they can get rid of a lot of different software and only use one software. So I started my talk about the subscription and how that takes, how the idea comes about is actually when we see how Amazon doing it very successfully in the States. So in 2011, Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world now, announced the birth of Amazon Prime. What is that? It's basically if people pay $79 per year, they can get free one-day shipping anytime, any day. And if you see here, you can see that they said that Amazon Prime will actually cost Amazon a lot of money. But if you see this graph in 2018, an Amazon Prime member spent about $1,400, while a regular member only spent about $600. So we see that having a subscription program actually is really, excuse me, helping the business to boost their sales. And this is a study from Stanford. It is said that as why every business will soon be a subscription business, from transportation, entertainment, groceries, and so on and so on and so on. And if you talk about subscription, now we've been doing this for years now, and we see that it doesn't apply to only high-tech company. We have a lot of brick and mortar. We have a lot of offline brands that don't even have a website, starting to have their own subscription plan. The reason is when you ask people to subscribe to your brand, it's loyalty to the next level. They pay for your goods upfront, and also you can get to charge them a recurring revenue. Now, we identify like 7 easiest subscription that you can start right away with or without our platform. The first one is the Uber model. Uber is basically they're asking the customer to pay $15 per month, and every time they ride on Uber, they will get a 15% off. And remember, the key here is monthly, so you get to charge your customer on a monthly basis. Lyft in the States, they ask the customer to pay $5 or $4.99, and they get $4 off per ride up to 10 rides in that month. Again, you are preventing your customer to switch from you to your competitor. This is a smart model that is founded by a company in India. It's called BU. What they ask is people to pay $16.99 one time in the beginning of the year. And then for every month, they will get a voucher worth of $500 free per month for a year. So basically what people are seeing is, hey, I pay $16.99, but I get about 6,000 in value every year, per year. This is another one by Burger King. We see this very successful. If you think about it, they are very smart about how they do it. Burger King main product is burger, but when they do subscription, they sell Burger King coffee for $5 a month, and the recipient gets a cup of coffee free every single day for that month. But what they want is, they don't make money from the coffee itself. What they want is people come, they see how delicious the burger is, and they order the burger. So there is a lot of value on top of the coffee itself. We have some coffee shops that have run this program, and they've been very successful. The number of visits goes up from once every 2 weeks to 4 times every week. And 70% of the people who claim the free coffee, is not free because they pay upfront, but who claim the coffee, they buy food along with it. So you can see how that adds up in terms of revenue and how that can help you double your profit per customer. This is another one. The first one is people have to pick up in your store, but this is people can go. You will deliver the items to their home. This is the case study of Yakult in Singapore, that they will deliver a free Yakult after you pay, of course, every week or every month, whenever you choose to. This is another model that we see. I can talk about it later. Zomato Gold, we see that a lot of restaurants adopt this model, and it's very successful. For Zomato, the model is basically, if you are a restaurant or a salon, people pay you once. Let's say I pay you 50 ringgit, and then I will get a buy one, get one every single day for a year. Another one is a value model. And also you can also create your own custom model if you want to. But again, the goal is how you can lock in your customer, how you can get money upfront, and how you can get the recurring revenue if you can. Now, in terms of the platform itself, we with the subscription, we help you with the auto recurring payment, fraud prevention, incentive management. What this is for? This is for your cashier. So if you don't have like an e-commerce, if you don't have like an online store, you can the only way you can do it is by the cashier. The cashier is the one who's selling the subscription to your customer. And then the referral, subscriber gets subscriber, I can show it to you later, and then all the analytics in the dashboard. This is some of the case study that we have. Eva Mulia is a beauty clinics. Since we have the referral function, 85 of the referred member made a purchase. They actually buy the subscription. This is another clinic, 50% of the revenue come from champion member. This is Wingstop, 100,000 member acquired in the first 7 months, and so on. This is the coffee shop that I mentioned. The monthly visit goes from 0.8 per month to 9.3 per month. If you have a website or a POS, we can do it. We can do it with no code, no integration, no developers involvement. We can get it live within days. And the experience can be omni-channel. You can have your physical outlets, your brand website, even your email marketing, as we discussed just before. If you have a website, I'll show you the website view. Hold on a second. Oops. If you have a website, if you see this floating button on the left, it's the orange floating button with the get rewards written on it. We will deploy that in your website, so people can just click here, and then they can just input the phone number and become the member. In this one, the promo is actually, let's see, you pay $5 for 6 months, you pay $5, and then you get 6 voucher worth of 25% off. So this is the subscription that they are running. The user journey can be from the website banner. I can show it to you the customer interface after this, and then also the dashboard. And this is the referral program. Let me go through this, and then I'll show you our dashboard and the customer journey. You can also do smart campaigns, so you know who is the most loyal subscriber to your campaign, and you can engage them better. This is the dashboard. I'll show it to you later after this. Screen start. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen so everyone can see. It's on my phone. If you cannot see, let me know. So maybe there's something wrong with it. But if you can see, then it's good. So this is a brand that we have. It's a beauty clinic. Over here, they have the points, the number of points that they have, and then they can also refer their friends. This is the #1 feature that a lot of people like from our platform. So if you refer your friend, you will also get points. Or in the case of subscription, when you refer your friend, you can get a new free e-voucher because you just refer your friend. And the way it works is you can refer your friend via WhatsApp, Facebook, and so on. So if you click WhatsApp, then let's say I want to refer this to my friend in my office via WhatsApp, I just click here, and then people just need to click that link, and then they can use they can use it to be the member of that brand. The second one is our feature that we call sell to your friend. If you can see that there, when you click sell now, you can actually sell this, the treatment of the brand or the item of the brand, to your friend. So for something like this, if you sell this to your friend, you will get an additional 33 points, and your friend will get a 5% discount because they buy from your link. This is the concept that I mentioned earlier, that during economic crisis, people will trust their friends better than they trust your marketing message. And the way you do this is just you click sell this, and then let's say I want to sell this to my friend, I can sell it via WhatsApp. Click here, I sell it to Rebecca, and then she'll get a 5% discount every time she buys this. Another example that I can show you is this is I showed you before on the website, but this is the way the customers see it. So over here, I'm paying $5 every 6 months. So the next billing is September 30th, 2020, if you can see that. And so for every every day I go there, I have this 6 e-voucher that I buy upfront because this is the subscription that I subscribe to. And remember, guys, because the customer pay for this, so this is not something that you want to give out for free. This is something that you want to charge your customer. And the reason is you want your customer to feel that they invested in your brand, and that is important because once they are invested in your brand, they will always go to your brand every time they want to eat something, or every time they want to go to salon, they will always go to your brand. And then I'll show you the dashboard here. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys, I need to switch around between this. But do you have any questions so far while I'm logging into my dashboard? So over in the dashboard, you can see the Sherlock score, meaning that everyone here will have their own Sherlock score. So you know how active your people are. What is their average spending? What is the number of transactions? How many referral have they made to their friends? And then you can see all the transactions that they have and what is their information. And what this helps you with is actually you can blast them a message via, again, email, SMS, or even push notification in your own website. Let me show you the dashboard really quick. Give me a second. If you have any question, meanwhile, feel free. I'm logging into the dashboard.
It's actually two questions. If you like to answer now or if you like to answer later, up to you.
I can answer now.
You can answer now. Okay, I can read it out for you. The first question is: any business's size can fit this subscription model, even micro type of business. What is the budget we are looking at for micro, less than 5?
Okay, so in our case, we see that a lot of businesses can use this. Um, so we have like one chain of coffee shop. We have like 10 outlets of grocery store and everything else. So I mean, the way we see it with this subscription model, you are the one who engage your customer. So as long as you have a loyal customer, you can ask them to buy this and they can be more loyal to you. We see a lot of local brands are adopting this. By the way, my dashboard is loaded up now. This is the dashboard that you see as a brand. So you can see that, oh, I have, in this case, they have about 79,000 of members, right? And out of that, 1% becomes their advocate, meaning that these are the people who are spreading the brand to their friends. So the friends can buy this. And then from here, how many has signed up? How many has actually made a purchase? And then what is the revenue that you get from that referred to purchase? And if you see that 75 million figure over there, that's the commission allocated or the points allocated to the advocate because they've been selling your brand to their friends. You can see the number of ambassadors that they have, total shares, because they can share about your brand to their friends, how many items have they sold, the commission, and so on. You can see the revenue growth, the member strength by performance. So over here, because the subscriber can refer their friends, you can see that you can rank the advocate by refer to sign up, refer to purchase, or even the revenue generated. They allocate the commissions. And for every one of this, skip, I can see, oh, this person has a Sherlock score of 99, meaning that she is one of your best customer. She has referred 31 people and 33 of them has signed up. And this is the revenue generated from the referee. You can say thank you. So when you click send thank you, you can send them with an e-voucher, you can send them with a free gift, and so on and so on. And over in the campaign, you can create a campaign, and all of this is inactive for this brand, but this is something that you can do. A welcome email. A comeback reward is when the customer don't come back for a while, and you ask them, hey, please come back. This is something that you can use in our brand. Comeback, collapse, and loss is basically somebody who hasn't come to your store for like 1 year, 6 months, whatever. Everything is customizable from your side, how you want to engage your customer better. If you want to do a push notification, you can, or you want to send a rewards, you can just click send rewards. And then you can pick what kind of rewards I want to send. I want to sell like an e-voucher, or it's a prepaid blue light therapy. It's a 5% off, whatever. And then when do you want to start the campaign? And then later, how often you want to send a campaign? When, who? This is one of the most important one. Who can you send this campaign to? If you want to click for all member, then you will click to all member, and then or you can click on specific member and list of members. I think that's it from my presentation. Yeah, anyone has any questions?
Would you like to take more questions? Then I'll just read out for you. Thank you so much for sharing, Antonius, for your presentation. All right. The next question is, can you share with us how this strategy worked for B2B product?
So what we see is for B2B product, they have a lot of reseller, and the way this strategy. So if you talk about subscription per se, because I mean our platform do more than subscription, but if you talk about subscription per se, in the Zoom, the tools that we use is actually a B2B product, and this is on subscription because we also use Zoom in our company, and we pay Zoom about $30 per month. So the subscription itself is valid. Now for B2B, it will depend on you on what your product is. If you can turn that into a subscription play, you can get the money up front. If you think about it, even your office space is in a subscription basis because you pay your office space every month. Now, how can we turn your regular product into subscription? That's what we are aiming, and we can do brainstorming. If you want, you can have my email at madiansha@ustada.com, and then we can have a 45-minute Zoom call and so on.
Okay. Next question, right? Based on your own experience, why customer want to buy this subscription and invest their money to do the business?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Again, we are talking about how the recession. Again, I'm glad to be wrong, but the stats shows that supposedly recession is coming, and during the recession, everyone want to save money. So what you need to show the customer is, how can I save money by being loyal to you? This is a loyalty in reverse. Before you are trying to, I call bribe the customer by giving points. Hey customer, because you come once, here I give you points, so you come again later to do another transaction. But if you ask them to buy a subscription, you are basically saying, hey customer, forget about other brands, forget about other salon, forget about other car wash, forget about other restaurants. If you want to be loyal to me, show it to me. Buy the subscription, and every time you come, I'll give you a 40% off. Another example that we have is, we have like a car wash that use this. Before, people only come like once every 1 month. Again, this is a car wash. I don't wash my car every 1 month. I wash my car every 2 months probably. But if you think about it, what is the fixed cost of a car? What is the cost of a car wash? It's a fixed cost. They have the place, and then other than that is employee, which is also fixed cost, and water, and soap. So they launched this subscription where people have to pay certain amount, and then they will get 40% off every time they go to the car wash. 40% seems like a big discount, but if you think about the profit margin of a car wash, is huge. And that behavior alone switch the customer from coming once a month to comes twice a week.
Okay. Is that the answer for the question?
Yep.
Okay. The next
Do I
question.
answer the question? If not, then can you repeat the question?
I really hope you answered the question. If not, they'll have an additional question to that. So okay. The next question is, can TADA help in building up loyal members?
Yeah, I'll show you here. If you can see my screen. So the platform itself is an end-to-end customer retention platform. And loyalty is one of our feature here. We started as a loyalty company, and then we expanded into the subscription. I think, so depending on your type of business and depending on the timing, one way or the other might be a better way to approach things. What we see is, at this moment, what you need the most is cash flow, because your business is to stay afloat despite of the crisis. Subscription might be a better play, but if you need a loyalty component of it, we are 50% of our 90% of our clients here have both have loyalty, and 40% have about have subscription feature.
Okay. All right, that's about 6 more questions. Quick one. Are brands or retailers using this able to track what their customers are buying and how they are pairing their items? Essentially, they are tracking their item movements based on their customers.
Correct. So that's something that a lot of brands do with us. We integrate with your POS. So you can do a deep dive analysis of what your customer is buying and when and how and so on. So then the whole thing, the holy grail of everything is basically on the personalized communication. But if you wanna send them a personalized communication, you need to know the behavior that they do in your outlets or in your shop. And that's why you have this customer data platform to see how likely they churn, what they buy, what is the purchase history, how many people they referred, and who they referred to. And from all of that, then you can personalize your communication rather than sending a mass SMS saying that, hey, come to our store, 50% off, and you don't even know what the store is.
Okay. I think another question is, how much is the initial investment for this strategy? Let's say it is suitable for SMEs.
So our normal rate, we have a setup fee, and then we have a monthly fee, and then we have a transaction fee. The normal fee is 4,000 ringgit for setup, and then the monthly fee is 500 ringgit per month, and then the transaction fee is 0.5 ringgit per transaction. But we have a few deals because of the corona, because of this crisis. We actually lower our prices. The best way to know is we need to customize the solution a bit. So if you can send me an email, and then we can book a time to call, so we can show you how we can help your business individually. That will be the best, and then we can quote you our price, we call it the corona price.
Okay. Anyone who would like to know more about more details about TADA can actually email Antonius. And there's about 4 more questions. How does this model work for one-time events or concerts?
Frankly, it's a bit hard for one-time event or concert. We see that usually in an event, people open booths. So we see that our platform is being used. If you go to all these booths, you will get certain kind of e-voucher or certain kind of points. But frankly, that's not the ideal usage of the platform itself.
Okay.
It's more about how you can, again, our key is we are an end-to-end retention platform, and we help you to double your profit per customer, meaning that the customer has to return, the customer has to repeat.
Based on subscription basis lah.
Even if you are an event organizer, what you can do is people can buy your subscription, and every time you have an event, because they buy the subscription upfront, they will get 40% off the ticket price. We see that in music. So we have a music promoter in Indonesia. What they do is they conduct like live music concert in cafes every month. And the way they do it is, hey, you have to pay this much amount of money now, and for a year, every time you come to our concert, you will get either a $50 off or a 50% off the ticket price. Then people will keep on going to their concert.
Okay. Is financial services, for example, general insurance, can fit into the subscription model?
That's a good question. Fortunately, insurance is already a subscription model, because that's why insurance company is so well developed and is so rich and is so cash rich, because they get the money up front. What we try to do is how we can mimic this model to other businesses, so not only insurance can enjoy the cash flow upfront, but also the other people.
Okay. For home improvement and building material, is it also suitable for subscription model?
For those things, what we see is not as much as a subscription, but it's more on the loyalty points. And what we see is, if you sell building materials, what we learn, the key people in your business is either the architect or the people who actually build the house. And what happened with our client is they engage either the architect or the design interior. So every time an architect, let's say you want to build a house, you contact this architect, and then they give you a plan. Hey, you have to use this building materials with this brand A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and the architect will submit it to you. And what happened is the architect also send this to the brand itself, the proposals. So when the owner of the house actually buy that brand, the architect gets the points for referring the brands to their customer.
Okay, that is, I hope that answered the question. And one more last question. What is the number of staff dedicated just to manage customers' retention via TADA, typically for medium to large size companies?
Understood. So the best way is, so the program has some success and has some failures, frankly. Not all of our clients have been successful with us. And one key that we see why certain business can be successful with our platform is actually they have a dedicated marketing manager. So for example, like one of our clients, they have about, their F&B, they have about 80 outlets. They have one marketing manager that open the dashboard every single day. They see the customer behavior, they send them some personalized messaging. They basically open the dashboard day in, day out. What we need to remember is during this time, it's a lot cheaper to retain your existing customer than to keep on acquiring new ones. And if you do it well, we have this social commerce and the referral campaign. So if you, let's say you have like 100,000 customers, if only 10% of them refer their friends to your brand, you will get 10,000 customer right away. 10,000 new customer every day. So if you can manage your customer well and you can ask them to refer their friends, you will have a wave of new customer.
Okay, one final question just came in. How would TADA program be relevant to law firm?
If you want to be honest, we don't have any law firm client, but what we see is law firm and a lot of other businesses rely on word of mouth. And in our loyalty module, we have a feature. If people share your content to their friends, they can get points. So I can share your content, your marketing content to my friend via Facebook or via LinkedIn, for example. I reshare your blog, I reshare your post, and after that, I will get some points. So what you can do is create content, engage your customer, and ask them to reshare. And then they can get points where they can redeem the points to free Grab voucher, free 7-Eleven, whatever there is. That might be a way. We can do some brainstorming about that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Antonius, Taufan from TADA, for sharing your experiences. And would you like to do any wrap up before we close your session?
Sure. If you wanna, I mean, I see that a lot of people are asking questions about how this can be done for their business and so on. Email me or email my friend here, mardiansya@ustada.com. My email itself is taufan@ustada.com, TAUFAN@ustada.com, which is my last name. And then we can schedule a free one-on-one meeting via Zoom, so we can dig deeper on how we can help you. Again, this is non-committal, so don't worry about me charging you or anything.
Okay, so if you have any questions regards to how TADA could help your business, do email to TADA and Taufan and get to know a little bit about TADA and see how you can apply that in your own business as well. Thank you so much, Taufan. Is there anything else you'd like to add on?
That's it for me. Thanks a lot for listening.
Exabytes. Grow your business online.